Meryl Streep is on thin ice.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Thin Ice Podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Master Robinson.
And I'm Ethan Nickel.
And today we are talking about Ethan's favorite movie duology of all time, The Devil Wears Prada 1 and 2.
Definitely. I'm such a devil head. Is that what we call it?
Devil head?
Devil head.
Nobody calls them devil heads, bro. Devil head?
The Prada heads? No, that's just for Prada. Also,
the first movie has no Prada.
We're going to say this. The first movie, there was not a mention of Prada.
I know I said this a lot in, not the last episode, but the episode before that, when I was like, Lee Cronin's The Mummy has no mummies.
Yeah.
The Devil Has Prada not only doesn't have any devils, but no Prada. The second movie has no devils, but you do see a Prada store. It's one of those sequels that just comes out 20 years later that nobody asked for.
No one, I don't think anyone was like, where's the Devil Wears Prada sequel? Like, I feel like that's like, it's such a movie that's like,
but
it's a one and done.
Hey, Jamie,
thing.
pull up how much it made.
Pull up how much it made. Bro, I have like, okay.
Pull up how much it made. I could be wrong. I think I saw somewhere that it already grossed like $600 million. Or something absolutely insane.
How much the second one made?
The second one, yeah. I saw like a crazy number.
I can't look anything up. I just realized.
Bro.
Because the live view we got going
Take over
on,
mine.
man.
Take over mine.
Okay, I'll pull it up, Jamie.
Aren't you supposed to be Jamie here? You're pulling it up.
Yeah. You do it, bro. I have one hand. This is the kind of bullying that's happening on the podcast.
$608 million worldwide.
That's insane. Earning $200 domestically. Okay. And $408 million internationally.
Well, it makes sense that it's a much bigger international market. It's about fashion and it takes place a lot in Italy.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Okay, so, anyway. We're talking a little bit about Devil Wears Prada 1 and 2. I think they're good.
I think they're
both good. The first movie, I think, is actually just a really good movie.
I think it is a good movie.
I really like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It has some great actors. You have Anne Hathaway as Andrea, Andy Sachs, Emily Blunt as Emily, Meryl Streep as Miranda Priestley, and one of my favorites, Stanley Tucci as Nigel.
Tucci.
Love Stanley Tucci.
Stanley Tucci.
And it's just like a fun fashion movie. It's just like you put it on, you grab some popcorn, it's a good time.
Yeah.
The second movie is like the same thing, but a little bit more kiddie in not having a message. But like it's dumb.
Yeah,
we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
It's dumb fun.
We'll get into it. Yes. Yeah, we'll get into it.
You always have so much to say. I always leave it to Ethan.
Yeah.
He's like scratches his arm and he's like, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I was rewatching.
Real.
I was helping edit it, like looking through some of the clips for the Obsession episode that came out last week.
Yeah.
And there's a part where I say something and then Ethan's just like, yeah, man, and he like gets really excited and then just repeats what I said and then stops talking.
Yeah, man. I just repeated what I said.
See? Anyway, Devil Wears Prada is a 2006 fashion movie.
Yeah, fashion movie. It seems like very it doesn't feel like we're the target audience for it.
But I still really enjoy it.
I can respect it and I do enjoy it. I think it was a fun movie.
Yeah. I just love Anne Hathaway and Meryl Streep and Stanley Tucci and everybody.
Yeah, I kind of agree that it dabbles on themes like of trying. Well, no, it dabbles on commentary of like the state of the fashion industry at the time, right? With like the whole thing with her being a size 6 and she ends up becoming a size 4.
And they always are calling Anne Hathaway fat the entire movie, which like you.
Yeah, it's
I can't comprehend
insane.
calling Anne Hathaway in general, but a 2006 Anne Hathaway fat.
Yeah,
it's like what are we doing, guys? What are we doing?
But like they kind of dabble in the commentary, but it doesn't get too much into it because that would make kind of like it's not really that kind of movie.
It's not supposed to be too serious.
But I think it does a good job, and like the message kind of is confusing at the end. Like
so spoilers. It's a movie that came out 20 years ago. Get over it, or just watch the movie. It's only an hour 49 minutes. It's not that long. Yeah. But like basically very basic premise for the movie. Andy, Anne Hathaway's character, is a girl who wants to be a journalist, and she's looking for a job, and she gets a job to be like an assistant for this magazine called Runway. Mm-hmm. And the head.
It's not a real magazine, is it?
I don't believe it is. No, because Elias Clark is fake.
Yeah.
And that's like the parent company. And the person that like pretty much runs Runway. Is Miranda Priestley, played by Meryl Streep. And she's like this super aggressive, rude boss that like will do anything to make it in the industry, including like being like a snake to her closest friends. Like at one point, Stanley Tucci is pretty much her like right-hand guy, who's been working with her for like presumably decades.
Yeah.
He's super loyal. He's really kind, so he gives Andy like advice and tries to help her succeed in the business. And then by the end, he's supposed to have like a promotion to stop working for Runway and like be his own boss at another company.
Mm-hmm.
And Miranda ends up like having her competition take the job because that competition was going to replace Miranda. But Miranda was like, oh no, here's this other opportunity, but at the expense of costing Nigel that job.
Yeah.
So she's kind of a snake.
I got a little bit confused, but I was quickly kind of caught on. I don't know, that's just me being like illiterate, but like
basically the first movie, it's the show that even though Andy is being changed by the fashion industry, she still has morals. And like after she sees like what you do to the people around you, and like her relationships with her way too pretty of a boyfriend for being a cook, and
he's gorgeous in that movie.
We're not even getting into that now. And like her other friends, she's losing them, and she doesn't want to be like that. So by the end, she quits. And I don't know. I'm jumping to the ending here. I don't really like the ending. The ending. Do you want to get into the ending?
The ending of
like the first one.
The first one. Well, I mean,
it's kind of a nothing burger.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of like hints at like the message, but then I feel like it's like she ditches Runway to go do whatever. But it's like, I don't know, like it feels like she didn't change anything about the industry that she was in.
Yeah.
Like it just felt like she saw the problem with the industry and then she was like, I'm out. Like I understand why they went that route, because it's like it's probably easier to do that.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to actually tackle the problem, but it's not like, but like, you know, she didn't significantly change Miranda that much. Like she changed her in like the way that it's like, oh, you know, Miranda will forever be a different person because, you know.
But no.
And
we'll get into
that. But she doesn't like, you know, tackle the actual issues of the thing that's her, you know, her problems with the industry. And maybe like, I feel like what it could be is like, oh, she gets her way to the top without being a bad person. But, you know.
The second movie kind of cheats.
We'll get into it. But
like the first movie, I think like I do agree. It's kind of like, okay, you're showing the issues, and then she just dips. She's like, I'm out.
Yeah, and that's just like that's the end.
What I do like though about Miranda's character is she's seen as this like super confident, always successful, nothing's going wrong in her life like type of person. But then you see her home life and like how it's destroying her home life with her kids, and like her husband's divorcing her and whatnot. But my issue is the whole thing is Andy is supposed to like kind of show Miranda this humanity. So Miranda ends up kind of being a little bit changed and actually appreciates Andy as a worker by the end. Yeah. So then, like the very last scenes, Andy is going to interview at this journalism place, and the guy that's like interviewing her is like, "You worked at Runway less than a year. What happened?" She's like, "Oh, you know, it just wasn't for me." And then he was like, "I actually got a call from Miranda Priestley. She said that you were her biggest disappointment, and that I would be stupid not to hire you." And then it just cuts to the same day, Andy walking down the street.
Yeah.
And she sees Miranda and she waves. And Miranda just glances at her, doesn't acknowledge her at all, and then just gets back in the car.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so then nothing changed.
But then they had that quick shot of her like in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, smiling, which is like, it shows that she's been changed a little bit. You know, not enough to change her like outward impression on other people, but just enough where it's like, oh, like, okay, she's changed a little bit, or they kind of get each other in some level. It feels like what I think Devil Wears Prada 1 feels like. It feels like there could be more movie. Like, it could just be like...
It could have been like 2.5 hours.
It could be in like a 2.5 hour movie, and they just kind of extend it and show like more. Like, I just feel like it kind of ends abruptly, which is, you know, whatever. But, you know, it just kind of feels like Miranda doesn't change terribly much. And she doesn't really learn to be a better person fully.
And Andy just lost everything.
And Andy just lost everything, I guess.
Because like her and her boyfriend break up, and then she like immediately sleeps with this super snaky guy who's been like
also
trying to get her.
That was really stupid.
We're not gonna get into that side plot. Yeah, it's like, dumb and it's bad.
Dude that like is annoying.
He's some dude who like was like one of her inspirations, and his whole thing is he's trying to get in her pants. So she's like, no, I have a boyfriend, and then they don't even officially break up. They like go on a break and sleeps with him the next day. But then she has like this nice meeting with her boyfriend, and he's like, I'm moving to Boston, we can have another life. And she's like, oh, that would be nice. Mm-hmm. But then she just stays in New York.
Yeah,
So she loses the boyfriend who'd she been dating for presumably a few years.
The gorgeous boyfriend.
He was too pretty to be.
He was too pretty
be a cook. And then Dad, if you're watching this, watch the movie. You will agree.
No,
with
he's
me.
Gorgeous.
You will agree with me.
completely
Put him on the screen. He's
in
right
a
here.
completely straight way. This man is gorgeous.
In the middle of us, he is right here now.
In a 100% straight, not gay way.
Not that anything's wrong.
Not that anything's wrong with
that.
being gay.
But in the straightest way possible.
In the straightest way possible.
He's a pretty guy.
He's a very gorgeous man.
Yeah, it's like this. It's like, Andy, bring this guy in as a model, and you will get promoted.
Yeah, bro is just a male model. Like,
yeah, he's just a model.
Yeah.
But then, like, she loses like half her friends, and then they're replaced with nobodies in the second movie. Mm-hmm. The second movie is like a character killer.
Yeah, the second movie,
literally and figuratively.
In the second movie, Meryl Streep's character, basically, it starts with Andy being given this job at Runway.
Yeah.
And
a senior position.
A senior position job. You know, it's kind of like a weird department, but it's a senior position job, you know, which is fine. Like, maybe she's kind of obviously made her statement in journalism, and I think she got fired from her last job because of some crazy
and the
cut.
reason she gets this job the way she does makes sense by the end.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a weird... They made it a plot twist for no reason.
Yeah.
like in the theater, there were some gasps.
Yeah.
But basically, how it's shown is, so there's Elias and Clark, which is the parent company that owns all these magazines, and there's Irv, and Irv is the head. He was in the first movie, and he's in the second movie as well.
Yeah.
And his whole thing is that, like, he's about to give Miranda runway.
Yeah.
She's currently like the lead editor,
but he's
about to like give it to her on his birthday. And like he has this like stupid, dumb, cliche like tech boy son who's like an idiot that's
played
like
by BJ Novak. He's good. He's in The Office. He's good at playing kind of like assholes, which I think is kind of like, I don't know if it's like a typecast thing, but he's good at playing like an asshole.
Yeah, but he was pretty good in his role as like that. And then like so he's in the car with his son because Runway's under like a scandal.
Yeah,
and Irv,
because of this one thing where they basically praised a company or like a...
That was like going through sweatshops.
Yeah, that was like a sweatshop, which I think was a good thing, but it was again...
But they didn't lean into that.
Yeah, I feel like with the with the previous movie, they mention it, but they don't go into it.
It's like a LaCroix, you know? It's like, here's the interesting stuff. Oh, it's gone. We don't.
Nice analogy, bro.
Yeah, it's like, but they're not going to give it to you.
Yeah, like they'll say like the sweatshops, and you're like, oh, are they going to talk about sweatshops and that whole like that dark side to the fashion industry right now? And
they don't.
And they don't. I guess it's in line with the first movie, but they don't really get into it that much.
Yeah. Basically, Irv is like with so Andy's character, she just won an award, and because of like cutoffs, everyone that she worked with got fired, including her, and she like went viral for making some video that's like, journalists matter, we matter.
And then she like curses, and that was one of the two F-bombs.
One of the two F-bombs in this movie. What's funny is we both noted this. This movie curses a lot more than the first one, which doesn't at all, but it feels so much more kiddie. We'll get into later. We'll get into that. It feels really kiddie. But basically, Irv is in the car with his son, whatever the hell his son's name is. I did not write that down. And all I have written down is...
This is like the Mark Zuckerberg character. Like,
yeah. He's pretty much just like Zuck. And he's like showing his dad. He was like, Dad, look at this. Look at this article I see. And then Irv's like, I know someone that can put Runway back on the map. And then he just like straight up just calls Andy and is like, you want a job? You got a job now. And like that's how she gets the job. But the twist is that Nigel, because he's been caring for her, it's like it's so funny. It's like a genuine like crime movie twist at the end. She's like, man, I can't believe we're working together. And he's like, and who do you think got you that? And then it like shows a bunch of flashbacks of like him sending messages and how he was like, all it took was a few well-timed calls.
It was such a random like plot twist that was not needed. They could have just
the plot twist is that Nigel got her the job. That's it.
About Nigel, about Stanley Tucci. First movie he's great. Second movie he's also great. I love
the scenes with him are the best scenes.
Yeah,
in the movie.
I love Nigel's character. I like Stanley Tucci. The first movie, he's a lot more energetic and he feels a lot more like he's like, a character. But this one, he kind of feels a little bit more tired. I don't know if that's like an acting choice or if it's like Stanley Tucci just not caring.
My thought process on it is like, Tucci's done some weird stuff. So I don't think it's him not caring. My thought is like, they even discuss it. It's like, Andy even asks Nigel, like, has Miranda ever paid you back for that opportunity she took from you? And he goes, no. Mm-hmm. I think the whole thing is like, he's tired of working at Runway and he wants to do something else, but like at the same time, he like wants to respect Miranda and doesn't want to leave her.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
That was my take on it.
Yeah, and I think it works. I think it's not that bad. It was just something I noticed that he seemed a lot more toned down in this movie. Because we watched, well, for me at least, I watched the movie for the first time like a week before, like the first movie a week before that I watched the second movie. So like I had a very back-to-back viewing experience. But yeah, he kind of just felt a little bit more toned down. But I think it could have very well been, like thinking about it now, I think it could very well have been an acting choice to kind of show that he's like kind of tired of all of this, which I think is fair. But I like his character. I think that him and Anne Hathaway have really good like chemistry. Like I feel like
great chemistry.
I feel like they work very well together.
Tucci is really, really, this is such a strange compliment. I saw it in an interview though. He's really, really good at playing homosexual roles. Mm-hmm. It's a really weird compliment, but he is. I forgot who said it. Meryl Streep has a crazy quote about it. I don't know the quote. But
She's got a lot of crazy quotes.
She has like a crazy quote about how he uses his heterosexuality to like be gay. Like I don't know. Yeah. But he's a fashion icon. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think he's like probably the only character in this movie besides Emily that wasn't butchered.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about the other side characters. Like we have like this new tech. We have like more tech billionaires. Yeah. I'm gonna let you get on to Miranda's character.
Okay.
But I want to talk about Anne Hathaway's character.
Okay.
Her whole thing, right, is she wants to be a journalist, and now she's been an accomplished journalist, and she's writing for Runway. She literally says in the movie, "This is a great position, but I'm hoping it's a stepping stone to real journalism."
Yeah.
Because she thinks that
she says this in the second movie. Right?
Yeah, the second movie.
Yeah.
Once she gets that like senior position, she's like, "This is great and all, but it's not proper journalism. I'm still writing about the fashion industry. I want to do stuff that matters." Mm-hmm. And we're like, "Okay, this is interesting." She still doesn't want to be part of this industry. That fits her character. But then by the very end of the movie, it's like her super super happy at Runway and writing like fashion stuff. And like the final shot is like her, Nigel and Miranda all in their like giant huge offices like overlooking like New York. Yeah. And it's like, there's nothing that showed that change.
Yeah, like, I feel like...
I don't know.
This movie, you know, similar to the first one, I feel like, ends kind of, like, in the middle of something. Like, I feel like, you know...
We're getting 3. In 20 years from now, we're getting 3.
I basically, like, yeah, it's like...
Streep will be 90.
Like, Anne Hathaway's like, I don't want to do this. And then she's like, I'm doing this. Like, I'm in 100%. Which is fine. Like, I guess it would have been fine if they didn't literally say, like, I want to do real journalism. Because, like, if the only problem she had with it was that she didn't like the toxic work environment, then, like, they could have done that. But I feel like they also didn't really fully address the toxic work environment. Like, they kind of glossed over it. Because basically, between the last movie and this movie, it's kind of, you know, shown that there's been, like, a bunch of HR stuff, you know, that happened with Miranda. And so, like,
body negativity.
Yeah, like, I think it's a really fun concept because it kind of shows, like, how much, you know, how we've kind of, you know, gotten better at that as a society. But it also shows, like, kind of Miranda clashing with, like, the HR representative.
There's a really funny scene where they're, like, all in an office. They're talking about, like, bum bags, which is just like a fanny bag. And she's like, "A bum bag? I'm going to kill myself." And someone's like, she's like, "What? I didn't say I was going to kill anyone else. Just myself." And then they showed like, I think like a plus size model. Mm-hmm. She's like, "What is it with this body negativity?" Yeah. And they're like, again, she's like, positive. Like, it's really good.
It's good. Yeah. I think it doesn't go too far into the whole like everyone's woke now kind of thing.
It does it really well.
It does it well. Like it doesn't feel like an old person complaining. It feels more like it feels genuine, like a real old person complaining. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Shout out to you, Diane.
Yeah. What I think is the problem is that when Miranda is introduced to Andy again in this movie, she immediately is like, "Who is this person?" Which is funny. Like it's funny to like be like, "Oh, there was an entire movie about their relationship, and now she just completely forgets it." But it was like, wait, what? The whole point is that she was forever changed as a person from the first movie. Why would she just completely forget her in this movie? And it was like, I wasn't sure if she was bluffing or if it was like because like Tucci clearly kind of remembered her.
Yeah. Like he definitely remembered her.
He definitely remembered her.
Because like the Miranda, she turns to Nigel and she's like, "Do I know her?" And he's like, but it's even funnier because like then they meet Emily again. Yeah. And she's like, "Wait, do I know her too?" And Nigel's like, "Yeah." And then Emily's like, "Miranda, we were all at Runway at the same time." And she's like, "Huh, where was I?"
Yeah, like
it's like
okay, bro. Okay. And it's like she kind of feels. Another thing about Miranda is like she kind of feels a lot less. Like it's so confusing her character in this movie because like the first movie she was very clear, like she is very, you know, serious and like doesn't really care about other people.
She was the devil.
Yeah, she was the devil who wore Prada.
Who actually didn't wear
Who
Prada.
didn't wear Prada the entire. Well, we don't know. We're not.
That's true. We're not fashion
people.
icons. We don't know.
But it kind of felt like she was kind of chill with Anne Hathaway's character or Andy. She was kind of chill with Andy, and then I was like, and then other times she was not chill with Andy. It was like, what is going on? Like, I wasn't sure if they were chill or if they were not chill. And when they were chill, they were even more chill than they were in the first movie.
Like genuine best friends. There's a scene where like Anne Hathaway goes to like a party in the Hamptons at Miranda's place.
Yeah.
And like Miranda up until this point, like Anne Hathaway's been doing a lot of good for her, so she's slowly warming up, but she's still serious. And then like they're in the kitchen like hugging and like, oh, it's so good to see you.
Yeah.
And then I really didn't like this line. She said like, I always knew you were destined for greatness.
Yeah.
And then Andy goes like, I thought you didn't know who I was. She goes, oh, I don't, but I figured that you were always destined for greatness. It's like,
I feel like it just needs to pick a lane. Either she hasn't
she knows
changed,
her,
or she like she knows her or she doesn't know her. She's changed or she hasn't changed. I feel like it's so not well handled.
I feel like there were rewrites.
They felt like there was rewrites.
There were definitely. I mean, this movie literally came out 20 years after the first. There had to have been rewrites.
I'm okay with the first joke where it was like, "Oh, who are you?" and just show that she was bluffing or something, or she was just she had like this wall put up, which is fine. Like I think that's kind of part of her character, but I feel like they didn't make it clear that she was joking, if she was joking, or if she was bluffing or not. But I think that was one of my biggest problems. And then they had kind of like, it felt like the first part of the movie was a little bit of a rehash of the first one, because there was this
scene to scene.
Like I feel like so like Andy's character was doing all these things for Miranda's character, even though
Miranda's character.
Sorry,
Miranda, bro.
My brain is fuzzled.
It's right there,
now.
man. Okay,
I'll call them by their names. Andy was doing things for Miranda, and it was kind of weird because she's not the secretary or whoever the personal assistant that she was in the first movie.
No,
she's now like a office head or whatever. And then she was like, "Oh man, I'm being overworked so hard," which is the same thing as the first movie where she's being overworked. And then she's like, "Well, let's go talk to Nigel and figure this out." And then she talked to Nigel. She's like, "Man, I feel like Miranda's not appreciating all the work that I do." And then Nigel's like, "You got to lock in." And just
like, "You want a cookie?"
You want a cookie? What do you want? You want a head pat? And it's like they did this exact same thing in the first movie. It was like, I feel like we just did this. Like, we get it. Yeah, we get it. Miranda is kind of like an asshole, but like you don't need to. We get it. We've already done this, so you don't need to do this again. That was my big thing. It was like literally like shot for shot from the first movie, and I don't know.
This is such a random complaint. What a diabolical title card. It's so bad. This might be in the running for worst title card I've ever seen.
I forget which one.
It was basically she does her whole routine, but it's really quick, and then it cuts to a shot of New York, and it's like a super, super shitty drawing of like all low caps. Devil Wears Prada 2.
I don't remember that at all.
Dude,
maybe I just completely forgot it.
It's so... I'll pull it up. You talk.
Basically, it was mostly that I did not like the inconsistencies between the first one and this one, and I feel like they didn't clarify that it was character development or if it was, what was her deal with not understanding who Andy was, or it just felt like they didn't understand the characters.
I got it. Look at that. Bottom one is it. Look how bad this is, dude.
Oh yeah,
it's so bad.
Genuinely,
it's so bad.
So yeah, so the title card is so bad.
We can't literally because the movie's not out yet.
Yeah, but like literally the title card is like if you were to go into like your Premiere edit page or something
or like
and
iMovie.
Click the most iMovie and just click the most basic like title entrance sequence. It's like slide 2. it's very like I don't remember. Maybe it's because it's so bad. I just did not remember.
We both looked at each other in the theater. We both went.
Yeah,
bro. Like we even
brother.
We're like, dude, not a good start.
This movie was funny because it was like it felt like there was more cursing, but it felt like genuinely just a much more childish movie.
Yeah,
I think the first one started with like lingerie and stuff. Like wasn't like someone putting on lingerie.
Yeah, the first one started with like 3 different naked women, and it was like the camera like barely hid their bodies.
Yeah,
and then it was like them all putting on lingerie, and it was showing like the super high fashion people, and then like how Anne Hathaway got ready.
Yeah,
and like how is juxtaposition the right word?
Yeah, juxtaposition. Yeah, like between them. Yes.
Like it's showing that, and then this movie is just Anne Hathaway in a mirror with flat colors. She brushed her teeth, and then she bends down to spit it in the sink, and then it does the worst title card I've ever seen in my entire damn life.
It's weird. I guess it's more with the times. I guess less risque. But another thing I hated about this movie, I think the lighting was genuinely terrible. Like I think everything felt like less colorful. Like people have talked about this, like,
Yeah.
but it felt a lot less colorful, a lot more flat. Like things just did
Really
not feel as
flat.
colorful. But yeah, the lighting was all just like incredibly soft all the time, and it was kind of crazy. Like I don't know, it just kind of felt like lazy, like they didn't really understand what they were doing with it. This is a weird thought. Another thing that I didn't like, another thing that I noted about this movie, her love interest character in this movie, Andy's.
Oh yeah.
I think now looking back at it, it's a weird addition to the movie. It feels like it's just there for no reason.
Yeah. Basically, to sum it up really short, because he contributes less than nothing to the plot.
Yeah.
Is she's trying to buy new apartments, right? And she goes into this really old building, and she sees how these the classic really shitty looking. Well, that's that's subjective, but
like millennial whitewash kind of thing.
And she's like, and and it's like an open house, and there's a bunch of people there. And she walks into the bedroom, and she's looking out the window, and there's this guy in there, this Australian man. She's like, "Man, don't you hate it when they like turn these old buildings into these like piece of garbage?" And he goes, "I'm not even gonna bother with an accent." He's like, "Oh well, I actually am the one that did it." And he's like, the renovator or whatever. He's like the real estate man.
Yeah.
And then they like go on a date, and then like he's kind of chill, I guess. And then like later on, they get into like a huge fight, and she's like, "Journalism is way more important than what you do."
Yeah.
And then he says something to try to be nice, and then she's like, "What a fruitful conversation." And he goes, "You're being sarcastic." And she goes, "Yeah, I am." And then he's like, "All right, I'm gonna give you some space."
Yeah.
And then he just dips.
I feel like he just kind of is there for no reason. They wanted like Pretty Boy from the first movie again, but like I don't know.
And they
like,
also butchered her friend group. Like,
oh yeah,
it was so random.
There were just people we did not know who they were.
They did another shot for shot scene in the original. So in the original, there's the friend group. There's Pretty Boy. There's like a gay guy, and then there's her other friend who runs the art gallery.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where like they're trying to take her phone because Miranda's calling her, and they just want it to go to voicemail, and she's like, no, this can't go to voicemail. This can't go to voicemail. And she like gets really upset. They do that again in this movie.
Yeah.
Except it's not her old friend group. It's
Yeah.
some random dude who we don't know and is in multiple scenes, and we never get his name.
We could be wrong. It could be a character, I guess, but like
no, he is. He's in 2 scenes.
But like, who is he from the first movie?
No, he's not. I looked it up. He's not.
It's like
it's a random dude with a baseball
they
cap.
just didn't introduce the friend group at all.
Okay,
They just kind of
and
had
then-
the friend group.
Well, and then there's another friend. It's some random like 20-year-old kid who was just sitting at the table with them, had no lines. There's the same art gallery person from before, which is fine.
Which is fine.
And then there's this random person who like, they're all writers, by the way. They're all writers. So they're all like, hire me. And she's like, I can't hire you guys. You don't know fashion, blah, blah. Then there's like this one girl who's like so obsessed with her like doing a book deal.
Yeah.
I don't get the importance of the book deal either.
Oh my God.
It's like, there's a whole subplot about basically, she wants, I don't even know her friend's name. I'm calling her Book Talk. She's like a book talk person. You know what I mean?
Which one? The art person or the book person?
Book girl.
I don't know. Book girl. Just
I'm
call
calling
her book girl.
Book girl. So book girl is like, you need to write like an expose, like a book on Miranda Priestley.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, I think I'll do one, but I have to make it all nice. I'm not trying to destroy her career. And we're like, okay. And then she's like, she sends over some chapters. And she's like, man, you're gonna make $100,000 on this. She's like, whoa, that's great. And then she's like, no, I don't want to do it for no reason.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, whatever. And then Miranda is like, I know about that book you're gonna write about me. Make it as juicy as you want. Like, and she's like, no, just be honest. Like, and she even says, I do like this part. She says they need to see what this industry does to you. Like, you need to see the bad about it too.
Yeah.
Which is good. But again, like, never touch on it again. And then she gets a call from her friend, and she's like, it's now a $300,000 book deal. Yeah. And then I think she starts it.
Yeah.
But like, what was the point?
It feels like
there's no arc.
They kind of just cluttered a bunch of random shit into the movie.
Yeah.
And they just didn't think about like where it would go. Because like those things, I just realized we completely forgot about. Like going to this episode, I did not remember the book thing until he just mentioned it right now. And then the love interest guy is kind of just there for no reason.
Even the billionaire side plot with like basically the whole premise of the second movie, which I realize we haven't even said it yet. So sorry. The premise of the second movie, like I said, is Miranda. There's a whole scandal. They hire Andy. Miranda is going to get a promotion on Irv, the head of the company's birthday. His son, I'm just going to call him Zuck, is like the tech billionaire guy. In the middle of Irv's party, Irv dies.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, like that was kind of crazy.
It was kind of insane, and I liked that was bold.
It was very bold. So Irv dies, and the son takes over. And the son is very much, he doesn't know anything about the fashion industry. He's like trying to hire all these like other people to like cut it down. He's like cutting the budgets. He's like making Runway the super small scale thing, and they're trying to like fight against it and trying to make it so Runaway can be good again, which is fair. That's a fair thing. But then there's this whole other thing going on where these two fictional billionaires who got divorced, and like the woman is like reclusive and is like the world's richest woman, but they managed, but they managed to get an interview with her, and then her boyfriend is like your cliche stupid billionaire who's like literally is like, pretty soon we won't need models because the AI will create the models, and I'm actually creating. He's like. And he literally said, I think this is like a real quote. It's the second F-bomb. It's really funny. He goes, "Who cares about f***ing Mars? We got to go to the sun." And then he's like, "I'm building a craft called Icarus to go to the sun.
We're going to go to the sun. No one's been to the sun before."
And he's dating Emily from the first movie, played by Emily Blunt, who is now no longer working for Runway. She's working for Dior, who like pretty much controls Runway's marketing.
Yeah.
And like sponsorships. And she's like, "Honey, Icarus flew too close to the sun." He goes, "Exactly. He didn't get there." And it's like, oh my God. So basically what Emily wants is Emily is jealous of Runway. So she convinces, it's such a dumb plot. And what's funny is it's the main driving force of the movie, but it feels so small scale. Because she gets her boyfriend, tech billionaire guy, not Zuck. I'm going to call this guy Elon. She gets Elon to like make an offer to Zuck for the company. God, we're stupid.
We're just coming up with names for people.
So Elon makes an offer to Zuck to buy the company, and he's like, "We're gonna take it." And basically, it's because Emily wants to fire Miranda and wants to be in charge. She wants to be the head because she was always jealous of Miranda and jealous of Andy. And we're like, "Oh no, everything bad's gonna happen." And then literally 10 minutes later, they call up Billionaire Girl and Zuck is like, "Never mind, I just got a better offer." So then the billionaire girl, who is Elon's wife, buys the company and is like, "I'm going to be super hands-off, Miranda. You can just do whatever you want with the company now." But they didn't just buy Runway. They bought Elias Clark as a whole. And then it's like, everyone's happy now. And literally, that is the main driving force of the movie. It happens all within 30 minutes.
It feels so like... Yeah, they just kind of put a bunch of stuff in this movie. I think they had like 15 ideas for what they wanted this movie to be about, and they just crammed it all in, and we're just like, you know what, it'll work. It'll work perfectly.
Like, I know we're complaining. It's not a bad movie.
It's not a bad movie.
It's not
you
a bad
watch
movie.
it and you're kind of like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, like
you kind of just like...
You're just like, you turn your brain off and you're like, "Ooh, pretty." Like it's like look at the shiny. Like, that's how this movie feels, I don't know. The Lady Gaga bit was kind of funny.
Yeah, this is the thing I have with the Lady Gaga thing. Quick thing about Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga is in this movie, and they're basically like trying to get people to go to this event or something, and they're like, "Miranda, you're gonna have to call in a favor," and she's like, "I don't wanna," and then they're like, and it turns out the favor is Lady Gaga, and Lady Gaga's like, "What is she doing in my room?" And she's very like, aggressive towards Miranda. And I think it was funny. It's a funny bit. But then they kind of did this weird, like full concert, Lady Gaga concert experience. And it was like, why does this need to be in the movie at all? Like it felt so weird. And like, did Lady Gaga pay to be in this movie?
I'm gonna look this up. I got it now.
And it felt like, was Lady Gaga a producer? Like, what's going on here? Why is she in this movie? It was funny for the first 5 seconds where she's in the movie and it's like, oh, is that actually Lady Gaga? Okay, that's funny because, haha, we know Lady Gaga, blah, 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 blah. And they do that a few times with like other people.
No, so she just wrote some songs for the movie and they're like, let's just give her a cameo.
It's so weird.
Like, the cameo's funny, but we didn't need an entire
We did
dance
not like
sequence.
a whole dance concert experience from Lady Gaga. Like, they kind of did that a few other times, but it was, a lot shorter for everyone else. Like, I forget who's in the movie.
A lot. It's a cameo.
There's so many cameos of like rich people.
Heidi Klum.
Who's the guy at the party? The one where like Miranda was drunk and shit.
Oh, John Batiste.
John Batiste. I was like, yeah, this is John Batiste. He's like, I'd like you to meet my friend John. And he's like, hey.
I think there was like some basketball players, and then there were a couple more like other big people that like just have very quick cameos.
Yeah, and I like that. I think I'm fine
and
with
that makes sense
because it's like the movie kind of makes the movie feel a lot more real.
Yeah, the movie already feels grounded.
Yeah,
Devil Wears Prada just feels grounded. I like that there's celebrity cameos. It's just like, and the whole Gaga thing made sense. It was funny.
Yeah,
we just didn't need.
We did not need the full.
We didn't
Lady
need a
Gaga
song and dance number.
Bro. That was kind of insane.
It's okay, bro, what are we doing? It's like the crazy camera angles, and I'm like, we don't need a Dutch angle on Lady Gaga right now. It's like, what are we doing?
It kept cutting to like Lady Gaga dancing. It's like, what are we? This is a fashion movie. We do not need Lady Gaga here. I think overall, it's not that big of a deal. The second movie is fine. It's just not as good as the original, obviously, and it kind of feels similar. I would say. It's similar,
Yeah.
but a little bit worse. I think it's similar in that it kind of we have the same problems with it. If that's like,
Yeah.
it just the second one kind of has more of those problems than the first one.
I know a lot of people are super against all sequels. I think they're at least better than remakes because most of the time they do something a little different.
Yeah.
This didn't do that much different, but I don't hate it for that. It's fine.
No, it's fine.
It's fun.
It's not crazy bad, but it's not crazy good.
So many callbacks.
A lot of callbacks.
A million girls would kill for this job.
Yeah, but like, you know, it's kind of what you'd expect, but it's not anything better than that. So don't expect it to be like the best sequel ever.
Don't expect like It Chapter 2.
Yeah, but I'm
like-
you know, overall I'm really not against sequels. I think there's some sequels that are incredible, like Shrek 2 is a really great sequel.
Shrek 2 is incredible. Back to the Future 2.
Back to the Future 2 is a great sequel. Sequels aren't the problem, remakes are the problem. I'll stand by that.
This is not at all related to this podcast, but Disney. What are you doing?
Yeah, Disney needs to stop.
What are you doing, Disney? Like, okay, let's just...
Bro, Mufasa.
No, not even Mufasa. It's
Not
just,
even
okay,
Mufasa?
No. I'm going to talk about Moana. Remakes are fine if it's a different adaptation or it's been long enough. Like It 2017. It is not a remake of the 90s miniseries. It is a different adaptation of the book. Nosferatu is a remake made 100 years later. So yeah, you're obviously allowed to remake it. It's because you could do so much with it. Moana came out in 2016.
That was like a decade. That was 10 years ago.
That was,
We
a,
do
that was a
not need
decade
that.
ago. Moana's great.
Yeah,
Moana
amazing.
Moana 2 came out, I think, in 2024, 2025.
Yeah,
Not good. But at least, like, you're kind of doing something different.
yeah.
The Moana remake
We don't need.
comes out this year.
It's
What
it's
are
Moana.
you do? What the fuck are you doing, Disney?
This is Moana.
We don't need...
We don't need more Moana.
I'm going to call out Kellen Robinson. We were... Kellen, my dear brother. We were walking to go see a movie the other day, and we see a poster for Moana. And my brother goes, man, I'm so hyped for Moana.
Said
bro."
no one ever.
Said
bro.
no one ever. Like,
No one cares. Who wants the Moana remake?
Who
We
wants
just saw Moana.
the live action remake.
We just saw Moana.
Animated movies are animated not because it's cheaper. A lot of the times they're a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
It's because animation is the best way to tell that story.
Yeah.
We don't need the remake of Moana.
We saw Moana. It was great. We saw it. You don't need to do it again. We get it. And you have Dwayne Johnson again as, Maui, right?
Yeah.
It's like, it's the same role.
And they-
You're just
and-
making
and-
the movie again.
And they ruined the crab, the look of the crab, apparently, right?
yeah, like I saw the crab or the
What's his name?
I completely forget. I'm blanking on it.
It's not Sebastian.
No,
I know he makes a
it's-
joke about that.
It's the shiny guy.
Yeah.
He just looks so bad. Like, it just looks like a real crab, which they look so wrong and just not something that is like
He's supposed to look
cool
like
looking.
he has like a weird
like
snail
his,
face
and
with
his like
teeth.
eyes and shit
Yeah.
are moving around. They just completely got rid of that. It looks like, but yeah, this movie looks so bad. We do not need Moana. No one was like, man, I want Moana again. That's like if they made like Toy Story 4, but in real life. It's like,
Yeah.
why would
Like,
anyone
what?
want
No,
that?
I don't even. Like, I can excuse like the How to Train Your Dragon reboot
Yeah,
because like it's been almost 20 years, and like I don't like it, but like I kind of get it.
Yeah.
I'm not for it, but I'm not super against it. It's been enough time, and you're not making any more. They're still making Moana sequels. Why are you making a
Yeah.
live action remake
If you're,
of
if
Moana?
you're making
if you're
sequels
still
still,
making sequels,
you do not need to make a remake because then you're just adding more of the same thing into the movie, the market. It's like it's bad.
It's so lazy. It's just slop.
Slop.
It's
Moana remake is slop.
It's Disney slop.
It's Disney slop.
What do you think's gonna be worse, the Moana remake or Mufasa: The Lion King?
I don't know, but Mufasa was really bad.
At least it's original.
At least Mufasa's original. It just shows
Yeah.
that you from the remakes you cannot go anywhere because it's just like the only thing good about remakes is the fact that they're the same thing as the one that was good.
My brother also is a really heavy. He does not like the original Aladdin. He really likes the remake.
Yeah, no. I think there's some things that are good about the remake.
Even Jack Freeman thinks the remake songs are better.
No. People that say
Shut
that,
up.
it's just wrong.
You're so wrong. Like
Yeah, it's just wrong. I don't want to. This episode's not about remakes, but
we could do
we could do a whole thing about remakes.
whole episode about remakes and sequels.
Yeah.
Like we will be seeing Toy Story 5
Yes.
because at least it's original.
At least
man.
it's a sequel.
It's original and it's timely.
Yeah, like sequels are the least of our problems now. It's remakes that are the real problem.
If in 5 years from now there's Toy Story and I see a real toy and a real child, I'm
yeah.
David.
Yeah.
what are we doing? And like, who ever asked for live action Lion King in the first place?
Yeah. I don't know who asked. No one asked for that. Live action Lion King. Just animated.
You can't even say live action. It's just animated.
Reanimated. Reanimated
Yeah.
Lion King.
It's just animated again, but
It's
like it
worse.
looks worse. It looks so much worse.
They animated it again, but we did it worse this time.
Yeah. It's like,
That's the trick.
yeah, the trick is making it worse. Anyway, Devil Wears Prada 1 is good. Go see that. Devil Wears Prada 2
You can see it.
is good, but not as good.
It's one of those movies that you don't need to watch in theaters, really. If you're into that. I like watching movies in theater, but if you're into it, you can just watch it at home.
Yeah. There's a couple movies that, like, if you want to wait till you're at home, like, genuinely, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah.
Like, if you wait to see Obsession till you're at home, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Go see Obsession right now in theaters. But, like, Devil Wears Prada 2, you can wait.
Yeah. It's not the kind
That's
of movie
fine.
that really needs to be seen in a theater.
Unless you want to see that, like, the crazy plot twist of Nigel giving Andy the job. It's
Yeah,
like,
and we've kind of spoiled everything.
yeah, we did.
These episodes are all spoilers, so just don't.
They're
Do
all
not
spoilers.
interact if there's no spoilers. If you want no spoilers.
What did James used to say in the kill count? He was like, watching a kill count is
not the same.
Is not the same as watching the movie.
watching a movie.
So if you want to come here for spoilers, that's fine. But
Yeah.
like, you got to watch it yourself, man. How else are you gonna see that kick-ass Lady Gaga performance?
Yeah, the one that we were just raving about and how we love it. Thank you, Lady Gaga.
Thank you, Lady Gaga.
And remember, folks, you're on thin ice.
I was gonna do like a fashion bit, but I don't have one. You just cut.